Hello and welcome to day 4 of MORA's Advent Calendar. If you haven't seen my previous 3 videos, please make sure to check the channel and catch up on other creative projects. And today we are dedicating our session to a very special character. The legends about this figure traces back to 16th century, and we are talking today about gingerbread man, who was served by Queen Elizabeth I to her VIP guests as ginger biscuits that were edible and also look like little people. So let's start by creating a shape of our gingerbread man. We start with the head, and there are a couple of variations here. You could have hands that are straight like that, sort of going into the welcome hug, or they can go slightly upwards, sort of in a hooray type of action. And then we have legs that have little booties on. Trying to do my best to do symmetrical, but I'm not too worried because neurographic line will then help me to correct anything that I don't like in my art project. And we have a little bit of split between the legs. Again, sometimes legs appear a little bit wider. If you want to have a perfect shape, you can use your cookie cutter to get the shape the way you want. But I enjoy working with imperfection, and that's why neurographic style and neuro art is so great, because it's very forgivable when it comes to creating the wrong type of shape. What I'm doing now is adding a line around the gingerbread man to give it the neuro art style and also activate the thought process when it comes to this. So as you draw your gingerbread man today, we can reflect on two things. First is the carefree nature of the gingerbread man. I think now it's very solid in folklore. It's featured in some movies. It definitely is a big character on its own accord. You can have videos about gingerbread man. There is a house that is loads of children make every year out of gingerbread and decorating it with sweeties. So it's kind of a very, very strong archetype. And there is a story attached to the gingerbread man because he was made by a human and then he ran away. If you follow the journey of the gingerbread man, you will find that he's been meeting different characters, different animals, and he was a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit cocky. So he was believing that he was very smart and clever and he can escape everybody until he met the cunning and clever fox, who tricked him to sit on her nose, and eventually the fox ate the gingerbread. So as you play with this image, I want you to think about the situations where maybe you were doing similar things. Maybe you were running away and didn't listen to other people, and that got you into a lot of trouble. And you can kind of overcome that situation through relating to gingerbread man and reflecting on maybe how you could be doing things differently in your next turn. I'm just adding some details here. A very, very happy mouth and eyes and nose. It's all frosting. Obviously, sweeties that go in the belly. I will connect all of that with the line, because when we draw Neurographica and even NeuroArt, it's important that we connect all objects on the page. So this is the specifics of the style, and it's the rules of the method, because we are integrating meanings. And even when you're doing a fun drawing like that and you're contemplating life or just the story of the gingerbread man, the sort of this fun-loving cookie that runs around, you get to experience some meaningful transformations and thoughts. So I'm just kind of getting everything on the page and connect it through the line to make sure that we integrate every meaning and every thought that we have throughout this process. As we connect to our gingerbread man and looking for the stories that are similar in our life, we can also explore that free nature of the gingerbread, the carefree approach to life. And there's a lot to learn here. Often we just get a little bit too serious or too scared to go out there and try new things. And we can connect to the spirit of this festive cookie, this sweetness and spice of ginger. It has a kick, doesn't it, that ginger does? So maybe by drawing this little man, you will add some spice into your life as well. You add a few lines inside as you reflect on how you can add some ginger spice into your life, how you can enjoy your life more. What can you do to embrace the carefree spirit and fun-loving nature of the gingerbread? As usual, we're gonna add a few lines into the background. I mentioned previously that the lines in the background always connect us to the outside world, including other people, relatives, strangers, society, and so on. As we are approaching festive season, have a think about who you want to share your joy with. Who would be that person that you would be glad and happy to bake cookies for? I think because baking involves a lot of effort, you've got to plan it. You've got to be very special people. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your best friend. Maybe you want to give a few cookies to your neighbor because they're lonely and they need a little bit of support and festive cheer. Or maybe you even want to go and do that for homeless people and give them some magic and spirit of goodwill during the festive season and cold months if you are living somewhere like myself, England. So Canada as well, I'm pretty sure it's very snowy there. So let's embrace that spirit of giving and think of those people who deserve your cookies. If nothing comes to mind, you can close your eyes and see if they appear in your vision. It's time to work with some color. I'm going to use the white pencil across the whole picture, and it's a bit tricky because you can't actually see the white color. You don't have to do that, but what it does, when I will start drawing with the brown pencil, the white will still stand out. So I'm trying to create the frosting effect, the kind of white frosting that you decorate the cookie the cookie with and squeeze it out of the tube. So that's what my intention is. I did a little practice earlier to do that and it looked okay, but I haven't done the whole cookie. So I'm like, you have no idea what the result is going to be. So let's see what it looks like when I will start coloring. Before I add any more colors, you can also consider adding other elements in the cookie. So it could be different buttons. Sometimes there is like a little ribbon, and I think I quite like the idea of a little bow tie on my gingerbread man. So I'm gonna create that very quickly, obviously around the corners, because bow ties are fun. And it's also quite smart. So look at him, he looks very festive. Another idea, you can add a little Christmas hat on top of his head if you wanted to, and you have options to decorate his boots as well. So I'm gonna add like a little pom-pom in here, so more different colors are going to be on my gingerbread man. I'm gonna use this light brown to create the main color of my composition. Okay, you could see now that the white that I've created earlier started to appear underneath. And well, let's face it, it's not the best effect because it's a little bit choppy. So maybe don't repeat the same thing. Maybe avoid that, and what you can do, you can create a separate kind of line, or just take a different material to get the same effect. But perhaps if I spent a little bit more time on that white line, it will look a little bit better. But hey ho, that's the beauty of art. It's constant experiment, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that is my ginger ninja, and I'm just going to play with what I have. Let's give him some color when it comes to his bow tie. And I want him to have matching orange pom-poms. His middle circle will be green. I think he started to look rather festive. You can also add color to his mouth and give him a beautiful smile like so. Loads of options here for decorating and having fun. So the frosting that I've done earlier, I'm going to do my best and highlight it with pen. And maybe that is the way forward, as in how to do to begin with. Draw it with your liner or your marker, and then start coloring, so you can create that effect of white frosting, and maybe you could just leave that gap untouched. I'm kind of actually enjoying the effect. What's happening? It's a very subtle color, but my gingerbread man is certainly looking very festive, and plenty of energy there through the lines. Because what Neurographica does, it allows you to create those lines, and every line is a thought, a consideration, and the more of them you create in your image, the stronger your intention will be, the stronger the impact of your creation will have on your psyche, on your life. And if you are creating gingerbread man with me today and contemplating your perhaps time in your life when you were just like this character running away and maybe making not the best decisions, this process may help you just to learn a new thing and learn from the experience as well through the fun activity such as art making. And I'm going just to see if I can make it a little bit more white. I don't think I can. No, I don't think it makes a lot of difference, to be honest with you. So I'm going to start working on the background. And because it's brown, I think it will look really great with yellow color at the back. I'm not going to color the whole background. I'm going just to create those energy waves that are coming out from the gingerbread. So because he's such a happy, whimsical character, I want him to spread the joy. Spread the joy of life and carefree spirit. Let's embrace together the joy of being alive, the joy, the type of joy that we all could access effortlessly when we were children. And that would be the meaning of the yellow color on this composition today. If you've been watching a few of my videos, you know that what we're gonna do next is create a field line, which is a line that goes across the whole page, and it represents the support of the universe, of something that is bigger than an individual, a collective love, patience and opportunity. I'm using that in a slightly lighter color. And you can create as many lines as you like. If you feel that is good for you and you enjoy this support of the universe, or maybe it's your belief system, it could be God, it could be your opportunity to say a little prayer, to send out a request out there, to bring joy into your life, to have laughter, carefree moments, and have fun, a lot of fun. So that would be field lines. I'm going to be straight away highlighting my gingerbread man because he is the focal point of this composition. So I'm going to give him an extra coat of paint to make sure that he stands out and to make sure that this is the conclusion of my work. So by doing that, by focusing on something on your page, highlighting the most important part, you are sending the message to say, okay, this work is complete. Please, let's reap the benefits of it. We can now move on. We can do other things in life, and hopefully the work that you've created would create a ripple effect in the next couple of days, and you'll feel just that much lighter, brighter and happier as well. What I'm doing now, I'm just making sure that I am rounding the corners and connecting all the new lines that I've created through joining the big field lines together with the rest of the composition. So this process can take a while, and I'm not gonna record all of the process. Just rest assured that I will go and connect all those smaller lines with the bigger lines so it's all conjoined. Remember, integration is an important part of this practice. So I hope you enjoyed doing this little festive creature, a little cookie dough. Have fun with playing with it, decorating it. I will be certainly adding more colors into the coat of the gingerbread itself to get greater depth in this particular image. And if you're enjoying these lessons, please come back and check tomorrow for our next advent calendar surprise. Also, I would like to invite you for a 2-hour session on Thursday, the 7th of December, where we will be drawing financial plan for 2024. So if you are looking to explore Neurographica and try very effective planning tool, you can join us on Thursday for a 2-hour masterclass. To do so, just send me a message and check the caption under this video where the link will be provided with instructions of how to join my workshop. So thank you very much for your attention and for taking part. It was MORA, your neurographic instructor.